If you've ever lived with a golden retriever, you already know they're not just dogs. They're soft-hearted, emotional little beams of sunlight wrapped in fur. But what many people don't realize is just how deeply these dogs feel things. Behind their cheerful faces and wagging tails is a heart that notices everything, feels everything, and responds to everything in a way that might surprise you. Golden retrievers have a level of emotional sensitivity that is far beyond what most people expect, and the more you learn about it, the more you start to understand why they act the way they do. This isn't just about a dog who gets sad when you leave or happy when you come home. This is about a breed that can read your mood, mirror your energy, and absorb emotions like a sponge. Once you start noticing it, it becomes impossible to unsee. Reason 1, they read emotions like they're fluent in human language. What makes golden retrievers stand out so much is their ability to pick up on emotions almost instantly. You don't need to say a single word for them to understand what's happening with you. Golden retrievers are extremely tuned into human feelings because they've been naturally shaped over generations to work closely with people. When you walk into a room, your golden isn't just noticing your footsteps. They are studying your energy, your body language, the way you breathe, and the tone you're carrying in your voice. If you're stressed, they'll know before you even sit down. If you're sad, they'll recognize it in a heartbeat. And if you're pretending to be fine when you're really not, well, good luck hiding that from them. This emotional awareness makes them feel almost human at times. They are the kind of dogs who will quietly come sit by you without being asked. They'll rest their head on your lap or press their body against yours as if they're trying to pour comfort into you without saying a word.
When you're excited, they brighten up too, mirroring your energy like they're celebrating right along with you. It's not just cute, it's genuinely amazing how closely a golden retriever can tune themselves into whatever you're feeling. Reason 2, their sensitivity comes from their deep desire to please. Golden retrievers have a heart that wants nothing more than to see you happy. They don't just enjoy making you happy, they feel a deep emotional need to do it. Because of this, even the smallest sign of disappointment from you can hit them surprisingly hard. A slightly firm tone of voice, even when you don't mean anything serious by it, can make them think they've let you down. They don't just hear your tone, they feel the emotion behind it. And when they think they upset you, they take it personally. It's not unusual at all for a golden retriever to look completely crushed after you gently correct them. Their ears go down, their eyes get big and sad, and their whole body language changes as if the world just fell apart. It's not because they're dramatic or overly sensitive for no reason. It's because their emotional bond with you is that strong. They want so deeply to make you proud that even a hint of frustration can make them feel like they've failed at something important. This is why golden retrievers respond best to gentle guidance, praise, and kindness. They don't need harsh discipline, and honestly, they don't do well with it. Their hearts are soft, and harshness doesn't teach them, it just hurts them. When you treat them with patience and warmth, though, they bloom beautifully because they understand that you're happy with them, and that's all they want. Reason 3, golden retrievers absorb the atmosphere around them. One of the most interesting things about golden retrievers is how strongly they react to the overall atmosphere in the home. They don't only react to emotions directed at them, they react to everything they sense in their environment. If there's stress in the house, arguments happening, or tension floating around the room, they feel it.
They don't always understand what's wrong, but they know something is off, and it affects them deeply. Some Goldens will become clingy, sticking close to their owners as if they're trying to protect them. Others might hide, act anxious, or try to comfort anyone who looks upset. This emotional awareness is why Golden Retrievers often act like little peacekeepers. They don't like conflict at all. Loud voices, angry tones, or even just a stressed atmosphere can make them uneasy. They prefer quiet, warm, loving environments where laughter and affection are normal. And when the vibe shifts, they feel it in their bones. People sometimes mistake this for clinginess or separation anxiety, but really it's their emotional radar picking up signals that many humans overlook. Reason 4.
Their sensitivity is part of their history with humans. Golden retrievers weren't bred to be guard dogs or fighters. They were bred to work closely with people in calm, focused situations. Their original purpose was to retrieve game gently, often from cold water or rough terrain, and bring it back without causing damage. This required patience, gentleness, and a close connection with their human partner. They had to watch human signals carefully and respond smoothly, which built a strong sense of teamwork into their nature. Over time, this turned into something deeper. Golden retrievers developed not just physical gentleness, but emotional gentleness too. They learned to pay attention to the person they were working with, and that trait became part of who they are today. Their sensitivity isn't a flaw or a weakness, it's part of their unique design. It's something that makes them who they are and why they fit so deeply into human lives. They weren't built for independence, they were built for connection. Reason 5. Your golden retriever feels your absence more than you think. If you've ever wondered why your golden retriever gets sad when you leave, the answer goes beyond simple attachment. Golden retrievers form incredibly deep emotional bonds, and when you're gone, it feels like a piece of their world is missing. They don't just notice your absence, they feel it emotionally. And because they're so sensitive, that feeling lingers. Even short separations can feel longer to them because they're so used to being tuned into you. This is why golden retrievers often wait by the door, lie on your clothing, or carry your items around the house when you're not there. These aren't random habits, they're signs that your scent brings them comfort and reassurance. Their emotional world is strongly tied to their humans, so being alone can feel unsettling, especially if it's quiet or if they're in an unfamiliar environment. Reason 6. They form attachments that are deeper than most owners realize. A golden retriever doesn't just love you, they attach themselves to you in a way that feels almost soul deep. They become emotionally invested in your routines, your expressions, your habits, and your presence in their daily life. This is why they greet you with so much joy at the door, as if the world has finally been put back together. Your return doesn't just make them happy, it brings them back to emotional balance. When you're gone, they feel the change in the rhythm of the home. They notice the silence, the empty spaces, the missing footsteps, and the lack of your familiar energy. To golden retrievers, this isn't just a minor shift, it's a real emotional gap. This deep attachment is why some golden retrievers experience separation anxiety more strongly than other breeds. It's not because they're spoiled or overly dramatic, it's because their emotional wiring makes them closely bonded to the people they trust. They build their entire sense of security around those relationships. When you're away, it's like their emotional compass loses its direction, and they can become restless or sad. Even though many Goldens learn to cope with your absences, the emotional impact never fully vanishes. They simply learn to manage it better with time, routine, and reassurance. Reason 7. Golden retrievers notice the smallest shifts in behavior. What's fascinating about golden retrievers is how effortlessly they pick up on things you might not even realize you're doing. If you're having a stressful day, your golden may notice changes in the way you walk, the way you sigh, or how quickly you move around the room. They may start following you more closely or watching you with concern, trying to understand what's happening. Their sensitivity isn't limited to emotional moments. They even pick up on small habits, like when you grab your car keys a certain way, or when you start your morning routine differently. Any shift, no matter how tiny, doesn't go unnoticed by a golden. This awareness is also why golden retrievers excel so much as therapy and service dogs. They can detect emotional changes and physical cues that humans often ignore. But even when they're not in a working role, they bring those same instincts into their homes. A golden retriever will check on family members throughout the day, make sure everyone is okay, and often place themselves close to the person whom seems to need comfort the most. They don't need to be told, they simply feel it. Their sensitivity acts like a radar that's always scanning, always listening, always interpreting subtle signals. Reason 8. Their sensitivity makes them natural comforters. When someone in the home is upset, golden retrievers respond almost like they're emotionally trained, even if they've never been taught a single command related to comfort. They simply know something is wrong, and their first instinct is to help. Some Goldens will climb gently onto the couch and curl beside the person who's sad, while others will nudge a hand, rest their head on a lap, or sit quietly as a way of saying, "I'm here." They don't need attention in those moments. They just want to share your emotional weight. In their minds, being close to you is their way of helping, and they take that role incredibly seriously. What makes this even more touching is that golden retrievers rarely get it wrong. They can sense when you need silence or when you need closeness. They seem to know when to be playful and when to be calm.
Their emotional intelligence allows them to adjust their energy to match yours. If you're crying, they soften. If you're anxious, they become still and attentive. If you're tired, they relax beside you. It's almost as if they're reading feelings more clearly than many people do. This ability to comfort so naturally is one of the reasons people say golden retrievers feel less like pets and more like emotional companions. Reason 9. They get hurt easily, even if they don't show it right away. For all their sweetness and loyalty, golden retrievers can get their feelings hurt quite easily. They may not always react right away, but your tone, your expressions, and your emotional distance affect them more than you think. If you're upset and unintentionally speak in a sharper voice, your golden might step back, lower their ears, or look confused. They don't understand that your stress has nothing to do with them. All they feel is a sudden shift in your mood, and they instinctively wonder if they did something wrong. Because of their strong desire to please, even small misunderstandings can leave them feeling uneasy. Some Goldens will try to fix the situation by nudging you or bringing you a toy, hoping to see you smile again. Others may give you a sad, worried look and stay close by, waiting for reassurance. Their hearts absorb emotional changes like sponges, and while they don't hold grudges, they do hold on to moments of tension until they feel safe again. This is why a calm, gentle tone becomes so important in a golden retriever's life. They thrive emotionally on kindness, consistency, and warmth, and they feel saddened when that energy isn't there. Reason 10. Golden retrievers need emotional stability as much as physical care. Many people take great care of their dog's physical needs: regular meals, daily walks, grooming sessions, playtime, and vet visits. But golden retrievers need something just as important: emotional stability. They are deeply affected by the environment they live in. A loud, chaotic home can overwhelm them. Constant arguing or shouting can stress them out. Even having a rotating schedule or unpredictable routines can make them feel unsettled. Golden retrievers do best when they know what to expect and when they feel loved and understood.
This doesn't mean your home needs to be silent and perfect. What matters is the emotional tone. They love warmth, laughter, gentle voices, and friendly interactions. When you maintain that kind of environment, your golden retriever begins to flourish. Their confidence grows, their personality shines, and their natural joy comes out more clearly. A secure emotional atmosphere helps them feel safe, loved, and valued, which is something they care about more than almost anything else. Reason 11. They remember emotional experiences more than you think. Golden retrievers have excellent memories, but the memories that stick with them aren't always the ones you'd expect. They don't just remember commands or tricks, they remember emotions. They remember how you made them feel in different situations. If you comforted them when they were scared, they remember that. If you celebrated them during training, they remember the happiness. If you accidentally scared them with a loud tone, they remember the confusion and sadness. These emotional memories shape how they respond to you and the world around them. What's beautiful about golden retrievers is how forgiving they are. Even when they feel hurt or scared, they bounce back with love as long as you show them reassurance. They don't hold negativity, they hold affection. They store emotional moments in a way that helps them understand how to be closer to the people they love. Their memories aren't a list of grudges, they're a collection of moments that help them navigate the emotional connection they share with you. Reason 12. Their sensitivity is their greatest strength.
At first, it may seem like their emotional sensitivity is a double-edged sword, making them both loving and vulnerable. But in reality, this is what makes golden retrievers so incredible.
Their sensitivity isn't a flaw, it's their gift. It's the reason they make such powerful therapy dogs and such loyal family companions. They feel deeply, love fully, and connect sincerely. This emotional depth is what allows them to be there for you in ways few animals ever can. They understand your emotions, adapt to your needs, and give comfort without asking for anything in return. Their sensitivity makes them gentle with children, patient with strangers, kind to other animals, and understanding in ways that feel almost magical. The world is better for them because they remind us of something simple. Feeling deeply is a strength, not a weakness. And when you have a golden retriever in your life, you learn that lesson every single day. Reason 13. Golden retrievers feel happiness in a very big way. One of the sweetest things about golden retrievers is how intensely they feel happiness. Their joy is bright, loud, and honest. When they see you after a long day, the pure excitement they show isn't just enthusiasm. It's an expression of love that they've been holding in their whole time waiting. Their entire body responds. Their tail becomes a blur, their eyes light up, they might run around in circles, jump lightly, or bring you their favorite toy as if they need to share something precious with you. Happiness to a golden retriever is not a quiet emotion, it's a full body celebration. This emotional intensity is what makes them such delightful dogs. When you play with them, they enjoy the moment more deeply than you realize. When you laugh, they feel that laughter in their own way and respond with their own happiness. They remember the things that bring them joy and they try to recreate those moments because they genuinely love feeling connected to you. Their happiness is simple, genuine, and entirely based on love and companionship. It's a kind of joy that feels contagious, and it's one of the best parts of having a golden retriever in your life. Reason 14. They also feel sadness on a deeper level than most people think. Golden retrievers experience sadness differently from many other breeds. Because they are so emotionally aware, even small moments of tension or distance can affect them. They may not show sadness in dramatic ways, instead, it shows through changes in their behavior. A normally playful golden may become quieter. One who usually follows you around may sit at a distance, watching you patiently and waiting for a sign that everything is okay. They might hesitate before approaching you, not because they're afraid, but because they're unsure if you're upset or if they did something wrong. This kind of emotional sadness often happens when there's stress in the home. A golden retriever will pick up on arguments, raised voices, or even silent tension between family members. They may react by becoming clingy or by lying down in another room as if trying to escape the negativity. They aren't trying to hide, they're trying to understand. Their sensitive nature makes them feel the weight of the emotions around them, and they respond with quiet confusion or sadness until the atmosphere settles again. For them, emotional harmony in the home isn't just nice, it's essential. Reason 15. Golden retrievers thrive on gentleness. Gentleness isn't just something golden retrievers enjoy, it's something they deeply need. Their emotional well-being is connected to how they're treated and spoken to. While some dogs can handle a stern tone or firm discipline without issue, a golden retriever can internalize those moments more deeply. A harsh word or sharp voice can make them believe they've lost your approval, and it can leave them feeling uncertain. This is why they respond so beautifully to calm training, positive reinforcement, and soft voices. Their hearts are built to bloom under kindness, not fear. Gentleness doesn't mean coddling them endlessly. It simply means recognizing that they respond better when they feel understood. When you encourage them with warmth and kindness, they give you their absolute best. Their confidence grows when they feel supported. They learn faster when they feel safe. Their personality becomes brighter when they are surrounded by softness. Golden retrievers may look strong and sturdy on the outside, but their emotional core is delicate, and gentle treatment helps them stay balanced, joyful, and trusting. Reason 16. They need emotional closeness as much as physical care. People often talk about how important it is to walk, feed, groom, and exercise a dog.
But with golden retrievers, emotional care is just as important. They need closeness, not just physically, but emotionally. Sitting with them, speaking to them softly, petting them gently, and simply being present has a huge impact on their emotional health. These dogs don't see you as just an owner. They see you as their family, their partner, and their emotional anchor. A golden retriever who feels emotionally connected becomes noticeably more calm and confident. They listen better. They socialize better. They adapt better to new situations. They become gentle with children, tender with other animals, and relaxed in the household. But when that emotional closeness fades, even for reasons you might not notice, golden retrievers can become anxious or restless. They might start looking for you more often, waiting by doors, pacing, or bringing you toys as a way of asking for comfort. They're not trying to bother you, they're asking for reassurance. Because emotional closeness is the foundation of their well-being. Reason 17. They sense when the household dynamic changes. Golden retrievers are incredibly perceptive when it comes to household changes. A new baby, a new pet, someone moving in or out, or even a change in your work routine can affect them more than you expect. They notice when people are acting differently, or when the home feels less predictable. These shifts can make them feel unsure, even if everything is positive. For example, bringing home a new baby can make your golden feel confused because the attention in the house changes suddenly. A new pet can make them question their place in the family. Even a longer work shift can make them wonder why their routine feels different.
Instead of resisting change, golden retrievers try to adapt, but the process can be emotionally tiring for them. They may become extra affectionate or extra quiet. They might watch everything more carefully as they try to understand where they fit into the new situation. Being patient, reassuring, and giving them attention during transitions helps them feel secure again. When they know their bond with you hasn't changed, they settle into the new normal with grace. Reason 18, golden retrievers are emotional mirrors. One of the most magical things about golden retrievers is that they act like emotional mirrors. When you're relaxed, they relax. When you're excited, they get excited. When you're overwhelmed, they become more attentive. When you're sad, they soften their energy and come closer. It's almost as if they reflect your emotional world back to you, which is why so many people say their golden retriever notices things even before they do. It's not unusual for a golden to walk over and comfort you before you fully recognize that you're stressed or upset. Their sensitivity allows them to read emotions faster than your own awareness sometimes can. This emotional mirroring is not something they do consciously. It's simply part of how they're wired. They're built to connect deeply, to feel what you feel, and to respond in a way that brings comfort. It's what makes them such powerful emotional support animals. They don't try to fix your emotions. They try to share the moment with you so you don't feel alone. Reason 19, their sensitivity is what makes them extraordinary. At the end of the day, a golden retriever's sensitivity is not a weakness. It's what makes them extraordinary. It's what makes them loyal, loving, tender, and emotionally intelligent. It's what makes them understand your mood without a word. It's what makes them gentle with children and friendly with strangers. It's what allows them to become therapy dogs, service dogs, and emotional anchors for so many people around the world. Their sensitivity gives them a heart that's almost human in the way it feels and responds. Golden retrievers remind us that love doesn't have to be complicated. It can be soft, steady, patient, and unconditional. They show us that being sensitive is not something to hide. It's something to embrace. Their emotional depth makes them one of the most cherished breeds on the planet. And once you experience life with a golden retriever, you understand why. They don't just live in your home. They live in your heart. If this video made you appreciate golden retrievers even more, go ahead and tap the like button and subscribe if you haven't already. And drop a comment about your golden, their quirks, their habits, anything. We love hearing your stories.